Hello,
Hi guys.
back again. So, I know it's a little bit late, but we couldn't wait. It's currently at 12:30 midnight. I know you're probably asking, what are you guys doing now? Wake at 12:30 while people are sleeping and in dreamland. So, it's just the two of us, the kids are asleep, and we decided to do a part two of what really went down. Yeah?
Yeah, what went down
Yeah.
with our daddy, their dad, my husband. So, my daughter started this YouTube channel for some kind of awareness. And before she started the awareness, she wanted me to tell my story because that's going to be the part of the awareness she's going to do. So, um, I'm 50 years old next on Valentine.
Imagine, Jubilee.
50 years old on Valentine. we share the same birthday. She's going to be also it's also going to be her birthday on the same day. We are baby roses. It's a rose day. We are baby
Apparently.
roses.
I know.
So we want to touch it as a story because we had brought it some other time. And now we wanted to say a bit of the story, what went down.
Here we go.
Okay, my husband married me. Right now, if he could be there, it could be 26 years old in marriage. But by the time he was leaving, it was 21 years old in marriage. Right now, we could be 26. Okay, guys, we are back with the story of my husband. We met back in Nairobi. We were living somewhere called Zimmerman, and I was
Nairobi. Yeah.
I was 20 years old by then when we were meeting, and I fell hard for my husband, head over heels,
Imagine.
crazily in love.
I am so like.
I was young and not so much experience. So I felt it's everything I had, nothing else but him. So we went on with our life somewhere called Zimmerman. We stayed there. Life was normal. Life was normal. And I remember us meeting in a club. We met in a club. It's the famous F2. I was a very nice girl. I loved music. I never went there to do anything bad, but just to enjoy music. And I met him there, and he picked me for the night. And that's the way we landed on each other. And that's the way he decided I've got myself a wife. And that's how it all started. We were living somewhere in Zimmerman on a bedsitter. In fact, we started with a single room, not even bedsitter, from scratch. One sufuria pan. You cook ugali, you wash it, then you cook meat, you wash it, then you cook ugali. Of course, we were young. I did not know anything about red flags or love bombing. So we were really moving so fast. Things were really moving so fast. Things moved so fast, and pop, pregnant with baby Tasha as the firstborn.
Yeah.
Tasha was born. We were still in Nairobi. We've lived in Nairobi all our life. Tasha was born, and when she was 7 years old, she had complications with the breathing problems. And when we took her to Kenyatta Hospital, it was discovered she had tonsils plus adenoids. They call it adenotonsillectomy. So she had a surgery. She's a very, very miraculous baby. She's a miracle baby. She had a surgery which really went bad. It was just a minor surgery. It was supposed to be 30 minutes and it took us years. So she went through the knife. She went to the theaters. She was done. The adenoids were removed and things fell apart. I don't know what went wrong. Something just went wrong because she was done for her surgery was done by a white man. They came to Kenya for smile operation, so we took advantage of that. It was free and things went bad. We kept on going to the hospital because she was just getting worse and worse, and every time we went to the hospital they used to book her in for another theater. She went for theaters like that 9. So Tasha went through 9 corrective surgeries, which were really daring. They can't say they were successful, they're daring. And the 9th surgery took her to the ICU, and I felt, no, enough is enough. So I decided to stop everything about hospitals, rounds and walks every time, Kenyatta, and I decided to release her to God. And I told God, you're the one who gave me this baby, and you're the one who will take care of her. No more surgeries. Whatever they did inside there, the last surgery they did, whatever they did inside there up to now, she's now in her 20s. I don't know what happened inside there. And she's just okay. I can just see her growing, because this thing happened when she was only 7 years old. She's grown and she's growing. So I call her miracle baby. Now about the daddy. Hey, years later, I realized that the love was not what I thought it was. Nothing was what I thought it was. But by then it was too late. Too late. I was in too deep. We were in too deep and completely emotionally and financially dependent on him, because I became a housewife. That's how bad it was. I tried to convince myself that the love I had for him would be enough. I tried to save everything, and nothing changed. There was really so this guy, most of the time he used to work outside, whether it was in Nairobi or outside the country. There's a time he got a job outside the country. He worked outside the country, abroad. So he was working abroad and coming back home after every 1 year. He used to come back home after every 1 year. That's the time he used to get his vacation. So he was just a daddy coming back home. He was such a great provider, but very abusive. Unajua, that person who is hurting you but anapoesha. Yeah. So I just vumiliaed with him. I just stayed for all those years. I just thought he could change, and I even got used to that. It was part of me. Somebody can abuse you even emotionally and it becomes part of you. So it just became part of me. Pia was trapped because I was feeling the kids are here. The girls are here. Now I'm trapped. I don't want to leave them, because leaving them was really, or leaving my marriage was really going to affect my children. So I decided to stay. Then come one day, 2021, he came back for holiday, and he never came back to our house where he used to come to. Each holiday he comes back to. He never came back to the house, but we just heard rumors that he's around and is in his mother's place. So we thought it was a joke. We went to find out whether he's around, and for sure he was around. He came from the airport straight to his mother's. By the time I realized that this was serious, we were already suffering. Remember, I was just a housewife. Everything I used to get from him, it was really serious. I thought it was just a joke, and when I saw months are moving and things are just not good, I don't have anything to support the kids. I have one kid who's a sickle cell anemia. She gets attacks and is not doing anything. And things change. The landlord is pushing me out of the house. We have no food. We are begging. I'm going to the market just to pick the leftovers those mama mbogas have left, even if it is tomatoes which is spoiled, vunjika, they call it vunjika, mboga which has changed yellow. I just used to pick things and I used to lie to those people I'm taking to my pigs. Yani, I looked rich, I was really, really dressed well, and everybody knew, hey, mama, you've come for pigs' food. Imagine, those are our food. I just used to go and pick them from there so that I could go and cook for my kids so that they could eat. And it was bad. We could beg. By that time I was traumatized. I could not even do anything. I could not even think of biashara. I was traumatized and I had no single cent. Nothing. I was just my name and my kids. Nothing. So we were really going through a lot of trauma. The kids were in international schools. He did not pay fee. The kids are being chased out of school. I go to schools and plead with the principals. Oh, daddy will pay. Just let them be. I used to cry. I used to cry so much. Guys, I used to cry. Yani, that thing was so traumatized. He's the provider of everything. I used to cry. I used to cry so much after my husband left. I cried and cried and cried everywhere. More so after the kids left for school. I used to cry in the shower. I cried myself to sleep every night. I couldn't stop crying. I was always crying. This really lasted for a while, and eventually I stopped crying. And now I rarely cry. I thought the reason why I rarely cry, I thought it was just me. Just after meeting some other counselors and other women who are going through even tougher than mine. I just thought, I thought I would never stop, but eventually I just stopped. So this just went on, and things were going so bad, and I was getting advices from here and there, and I was told to go report to the children department. So I decided to go to the children department and bring forth this maneno. So the children department asked me my husband number. I gave them, and he was still around. He was still around. They just wanted to hear from him and what was his plan with the children. So he came around with his car up mbele where I used to sit. He came around with the mom, and he fungulias for the mom, and they come in with the mom, and we talked with the children, and he was asked, what is the problem? Why are you doing your kids like this? What is your plan? And he could not give a clear plan. And the children said they're snatching as the kids. They take them when they take the kids, they take the kids. So I told the children department, there's no use of taking the girls. I'm their mom. I'm still alive. I'm not dead. I'm mentally fit. It's only that I'll have to look for something to do, at least to run the house. And he never gave a clear answer to the children. The children department felt it. What he said is there's a shortage. So they decided to call me aside after we had left and told me, hey, mama, your husband looks like he's not ready to help these children. If you are saying you're going to help these children, we still want to help you. We want to take you through the courts. You go to the courts. For the sake of the children, we are taking you to court. If you accept, we'll take you. I told them, hey, if it's going to help, why not? So They gave me a pro bono lawyer with a feeder. They took me to feeder and I was given a pro bono lawyer to go and stand for me because I never even had even a single cent even to pay the lawyer. And remember, every time we used to go to court, we used to walk. We could not even afford fare to go to court. I used to walk a long way with the kids. Remember, one was sickle cell anemia, this girl, and by then, when he was leaving me, the baby was only 1 year old. I have to carry that one. There's somewhere called Kondele. When we reach Kondele, we rest at the bridge. Then we walk again. When we reach the police station, we rest. We just used to walk mdogo mdogo. But then at a breakfast, umechukua tu strungi without anything. And every time I used to go to court, he comes with the mom, anamfungulia pale mbele penye nilikuwa nakaa, anamfungulia, the moms come out.